Hey all, Cypher and welcome back to another Outerplane video. Hope it is great. Mine is pretty fantastic. PSA is super huge warning. There might be a lot of random firecracker noise. It's a special day here where I live, so people are going crazy and celebrating on the crowd in the streets. So it might be a lot of disturbance in terms of firecrackers. But apart from that, this video is going to be all about the new boss for special request identification, Amadeus. Again, this is also going to be a Drakhan showcase because I will literally feel, and not just me, like a lot of people already feel that Drakhan was kind of made for this boss. Although she's super good in other bosses as well, right? I'll try to showcase that, her use case in other boss areas as well. But especially for Amadeus, I think she's super good. So we're going to be tackling stage 10, which is the highest stage at the moment. Let's take a look at his abilities and his skills. So first of all, he's immune to stun, frozen, silenced, taunted, reduce speed, cooldown increase, and priority decrease. So in case there's no real way to stop him, you have to just take up his hits no matter what, right? So you're gonna have to burst him out. You can't really reduce his speed. You can't really control him in any way. So you kind of have to take his hits, right? There's real no way to stop him from moving. Coming to his skills, his first skill is simple. Attacks an enemy. After attacking, reduces the duration of buffs on the target by 1 turn. Super simple, nothing really complex here. Also, it does not hit that hard, in my honest opinion. His second skill, attacks all enemies. If the attack scores a critical hit, grants an extra turn. And this one is kind of hard hitting, plus the fact that his passive kind of, combines with the skill. Take a look at it. Reduces the effectiveness of fire, water, and earth enemies. When the enemy uses a non-attack skill, grants increased critical hit chance for 5 turns. This effect is irremovable, right? Inflicts a random debuff on the enemy after attacking. These debuffs ignore immunity buffs on the target. So straight at the gate, if you're using something like a Valentine or any non-attacking skill here, like Tamara, probably her second skill. Never mind, Tamara actually is all attacking. What's another hero which does not attack? Something like a Tio, or just any healer of any sorts. I'll say. Keep in mind, you can get a bit power crept. Now, me personally, I'm still gonna use Valentine because I like my heroes to one-shot this guy, or at least burst him super fast. So this is my team recommendation, which I'm using. Again, if you're not having good gear level, I'd probably replace Valentine with something like Tamara, because it will just make it more secure, and your runs are going to be more adept with the boss's mechanics, right? Because it clearly says he's going to get a 50% increased crit hit chance buff, which is irremovable, and it stays for 5 turns. And keep in mind, when this attack scores a critical hit, he's going to get an extra turn. So this kind of synergizes with it and makes the boss more harder. But we all love Valentine, I feel, and I've already cracked this boss. My team is adept enough at the moment to take this guy out, so I'm not that scared, right? Coming to his last ability, which is his ultimate, attacks all enemies, grants increased critical hit chance for 3 turns after attacking. So you can see it's already gonna get an increased critical hit chance, but the thing is, you can avoid it to 4 turns or 3 turns actually. Or you can give him the critical hit chance from the get-go if you use Valentine, right? His last passive says, when attacked, does not take weakness gauge damage if the caster does not have a debuff. Recovers 3 weakness gauge upon scoring a critical hit on an enemy. Decreases damage taken from fire, water, and earth enemies. Increases damage taken from light and dark enemies. So straight out the gate, light and dark heroes are going to be the way for these bosses. We all know that. That's why Drakhan is super good here. The rest of them are decent. Of course, we all love Eternal because of her ability to amplify damage for DPS with her reduced defense debuff that she places. Valentine is a overall super solid support DPS, right? She can even push priority of allies. Ame is the titular boss killer of this game, and she's kind of crazy with her abilities and her damage output. Even though she's at a disadvantage, you can see how much damage she'll do. Without further ado, let's go ahead and wait. I just want to showcase my Drakhan first on how I have built her. Keep in mind, this is more PvP oriented. That's why you're seeing immunity gear here. But in ideal situations, you would want weakness set here, which amplifies damage dealt from debuffs. But I do not have ample weakness gear. Actually, I do, but it's not good. Like the substats are just not flat out good. So I kind of mixed it up with immunity sets just for PvP showcase future, which I probably will in the future. Her gear is standard attack, DPS type, crit damage here. I would probably give her more effectiveness, but again, effectiveness does not take into account with Drakhan's skill set because she straight up ignores resilience. So you don't really need it. You just need pure damage. I could probably try to push her attack to 4.5k, which would be pretty ideal, and her crit damage to 250k. But I just lack the stats, right? I lack them so heavily. Plus, you can see this Rogue's Charm Talisman is originally used for Tamara and Valentine, so kind of have the talisman's gems wrong here, but it does not really matter, right? We don't really want to maximize. This thing works, and she's super good for her, right? Just because Amadeus is kind of taking more damage from her as well, plus she just, you know, her dot is super good. Her dots are amazing, but by dots I mean curse, right? Curse are the dot here. You can see they're getting reduced effectiveness just from the get-go. I'm gonna use my AoE crit trans and crit hit buff. Gonna use my first skill, Hope for dual attack, which you do get. This is nice. Now I can use my Ame's third ability. Thing is, I would probably want to use Ame's third ability once Eternal used her defense down on the boss. But sadly, we do not get that same amount of pleasure because Valentine just pushed my Ame, but does not really matter. It's still good that we get a turn. Now hoping that we get both reduced defense as well as effectiveness. Sadly, we did get the reduced defense. Now he's gonna get this reduced damage taken and what is this? Harmony of Despair. Instantly kills all enemies when the performance ends. So they kind of have to kill him in 6 turns. This is kind of crazy, but it's what his mechanics. Gonna start putting out some debuffs, some curse debuffs from my Drakhan. Gonna push her up further. Gonna use my Ame's first ability. She's gonna get some attack buff. Now I'm confused if I really want to. I think I have to because Eternal. Keep in mind, Eternal. Her only usage after using a third ability is to help you get CP skills, right? Because you don't want to waste your CP skills on any of these heroes' turns because they're kind of valuable. Eternal's abilities are kind of meh, right? After she uses her third ability, so try to use your chain skills when it's Eternal's turn, right? You can see we're getting a lot of good weakness gauge reduction because of Ame. Now here, I don't know if I will want to use my third ability, but I think we have to. So we have five debuffs in total. I mean 5 buffs and debuffs combined because this ability, keep in mind, it scales according to the buffs and debuffs on the target. Let's see how much damage it can do. The thing is, he does have a weakness reduced damage taken buff, so it's not going to do super good damage, but I think it's still a decent amount, right? Let's see. So far, pretty average, man. 22k. I was not expecting. Good thing is we can break this boss now, just right now. There we go. This boss should be broken now, so he's going to lose all of his buffs, and we can start stacking up more debuffs on him and eventually kill him. There we go, he's in broken state. So many debuffs, bro. I should have used my Drakhan's ability now. Holy shit. I really like to see what the damage output would be, but you know, it's alright. It's alright. I'll probably showcase it another time. We still have lots of bosses to go about, right? Doesn't really matter. Bro, she almost killed him. Holy shit. Again, as I said, Eternals, always use your chain skills on the Eternal's turn. She's kind of useless otherwise, right? There we go. I think we should be done with this boss. Easy kill. Super easy to burst him down. Again, Drakhan and Ame, super good PvE heroes, man. Like, I know a lot of players are gonna say that. Oh wait, look, bro. Drakhan, she did a lot of damage. She actually did more than Ame, which is surprising. Actually, it's not surprising because let's be honest. Ame was at a disadvantage here because she was Earth Element, and Drakhan was Light Element, right? So it is what it is. I think Drakhan is still super good just for this boss and for lots of other light and dark bosses, right? So this is my entire guide for Amadeus Stage 10. Do let me know your own thoughts on this boss. I think for me personally, it was super easy, man. Maybe it's just because I have good gear and like I'm kind of end game, but still, it was so easy. I kind of finished in like one day itself. Do let me know your own thoughts about this boss, bro. I've not even touched this guy. What the actual fuck? Okay, never mind. I'll probably have to make a video on this guy. I don't know what stats he provides, man. What is his stat? What is his stats? I don't even realize that. Holy shit. Anyways, this is it for Amadeus. Do let me know what your own teams are. Are you having any difficulty with this guy? Me personally, I had zero difficulty with Amadeus, especially with Drakhan. I think even without Drakhan, you can probably replace her with another DPS, something like a Nova, and your job still might get done. It's not gonna be like super impossible, right? But yeah, that's it from my side, and I'll meet you guys later. Peace out.